Okay, hello, hello. My name is Tanya Mitax of Tanya Yavin Photography, and I have a very special guest. I'm really excited to introduce you today. And this is Jordan Brown from 10 Pillar Productions Company. Jordan is a co founder of a full scale production videography company, which is what 10 Pillar Productions is. And the reason I'm even more excited to have him here today is that because we both work in the field of visual arts, and photography and videography go hand in hand, of course. I always talk about my business, about how I help other businesses to show up online in the best possible way. But today we're going to hear all of that from the point of view of Jordan. So, Jordan, if you want to introduce yourself, that'd be great.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tanya. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk, and I could not agree more that photo and video definitely goes hand in hand. So I'm excited to talk more.
Absolutely. All right. So, let's start. Tell me more about how long have you been in business, Jordan?
Yeah, for sure. So my business partner Trey and he is kind of the equipment guy. So he's the cinematographer, and I'm more the people guy, and I'm the producer. So that's like the two. We're the two co-founders of the company. Together, we have over 10 years of experience with production, whether it's film or video, commercial, anything along the lines of production. That's what our experience is in, and that's anywhere from in the freelance world to the corporate world. And so we kind of had done it for a while. We met in college. That's when we first originally had met and started working together. So we had been doing 10 pillar stuff kind of on the side for a long time, but we've been 3 years full time as of September of this year. So,
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's quite a long time, right? For any kind of business. So you were celebrating. Yes. Tell me, I am curious, where did the idea of starting a video production company come from? And besides you and Trey, who are other people behind the name and the brand of your company?
yeah, for sure. So the group that I still work with today, it's probably around 10 to 12 people, maybe a little bit more here and there. But it's around that kind of size of people. And we pretty much all met at Sam Houston State, which is where we went to college. And we were all kind of in the mass communications college studying video and film production. And we had created class projects together. We created passion projects outside of class as well too. And we all kind of after college kind of started doing our own thing. We went into the industry. Like I said, all the people that are 10 pillar, we all our experiences in production work.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's a corporate job or freelance, we've done it all. And Trey and I were really just kind of we were like, maybe we could make our part-time gig 10 pillar our full-time thing. We were like, how crazy would that be for us to actually just work together and work on our own company and find our own clients? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was 3 years ago. And then the two sides of the business is we create film work, and then we also create commercials as well too, right? So it's all under that umbrella of production. So we
Mm-hmm.
have that passion of making films, and we take that same passion into our commercial with our clients as well too. So we just
Mm-hmm.
started kind of doing production work on our own, and here we are 3 years later, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been great.
Yeah, and it's working really successfully for you, right? Now, you kind of already answered partially my next question, but I want to hear more about it. So, what types of video services do you provide? If you can go a little bit deeper into that.
Yeah, for sure. So I'll talk about the commercial side for this one because
Hmm.
the film side of what we do is pretty much just us creating our own projects. You can see a couple of the
Hmm.
movie posters behind me as well too as some of the
Yes,
work that we've done.
and they look
But
cool.
yeah, we do short films. We've made a couple. We've done a feature film. We've done quite a little bit of film production work, and that's just all just kind of in house, just our projects that we want to create. The commercial side is where we get kind of clients involved, and that's when we're creating. Think anything really B2B. We're working with brands and businesses to create full on commercials for TV or streaming ads, basic interview content like testimonials or story videos or brand videos. Corporate events, it's a good time to pull people aside and create video content while getting B-roll of an event or like live speaker coverage as well
Hmm.
too. So anything that's kind of in that business world, we work often a lot with marketing agencies or director of marketing, with a company because I don't do any actual marketing. I just do production. So we work hand in hand because both of us don't do what the other does, right? So I'll shoot some video
Right.
content for their client, then they'll manage the content on their marketing campaigns, however they want to use that content.
So you supply the content that they need for to help their
Absolutely.
marketing, yes, clients.
Absolutely.
I
Similar, I
yeah,
would say, with probably like branding photos, right? Like that you would then pass along to that
of
business
course.
owner or that marketing person. So yeah.
Exactly. Can you share who are some of the recent clients or most recent industries maybe that you have worked with?
Yeah, for sure. I'm really excited about one of our newest clients, Primrose. There's one of the owners, Chrissy Black. She reached out to us and we started working together. She owns four Primroses here in the Austin area, and we're doing a bunch of shoots for her. The most recent one we just did was a 25-year anniversary for their Bee Cave location. We brought in three different sets of parents and did kind of parent testimonials for them. So yeah, so that's one of our most recent ones,
Hmm.
Primrose. We have another private school that we worked with this year as well too. So a couple private schools this year, a couple trades this year as well too. We've worked with a roofing company and with a flooring company. That's Bird Creek Roofing and Ballerini Floors.
Hmm.
And then we have all sorts of clients as well too. Like I said, wherever the marketing agencies or those director of marketing
Right.
connections send us, we'll go shoot any kind of video. But yeah, some trades. We've shot with some private schools, usually attorneys. We have a couple attorney clients that we've worked with. But the industries, it's a broad range of what we can do. We have a wide range of content that we've shot with a wide range of industries that
Right.
we've shot with too.
I was waiting for you to mention it because sometimes people have that idea that only certain industries need help with representation on video for their business, but that is no longer true. Correct?
Right. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
mean, video content is everything now. I mean, especially like TikTok has completely changed the game with how video is consumed, how video marketing is. It's just huge right now, and all the platforms are trying to figure out how they can keep up with how much video content is being made. So no, yeah, every business should be making video for sure. I mean, that is a huge piece of marketing right now.
Right. So if, for example, a business have a website, they probably should think about adding at least one video to the website, correct?
Yeah, at least something, right? So I call like a sizzle reel or like a highlight video.
Right.
Just something to be able to show people who you are and that you're legit and you're a real company, right? Video is like one step down of talking to you in person, right? So if somebody is able to watch a video about you and your business, they feel like they already are going to get to know you before they even pick up the phone and call you,
Right.
right?
I
So,
love that
ex-
comparison. That yes,
yeah, yeah,
I absolutely agree. Right. They get when someone looks at the business website, they can get a pretty good idea of who you are as a person and as a business brand, right? When they watch a video of
absolutely.
you. Yeah,
It
I
gives it
I
gives a
couldn't agree more.
face. It gives a face to the brand as well too, right? You're the owner. It gives
Hmm.
it gives just a face to who you are and who the company is versus just being like, oh, we're just a intercompany name, okay, but I don't really know who they are though, right? Where a video, you go right into it and you get to know them just by sitting down and watching a couple minute video.
Exactly, I agree. Now, does the process of creating video products change depending on the industry, or is it always the same? And if there are differences, what are they?
Yeah, I think that kind of goes back to the marketing side as well too. Of like, I always want to ask people who's helping you with your marketing, and then how are we planning on using the videos as well too, right? Because that answer will change depending on what the client wants to use the video for, right? So my job is I try to make the video content to be able to be optimized for any platform. So we'll shoot it in the full wide frame, so you can use it on website or YouTube, but then we'll also be able to crop that video and make it vertical as well too to be better used for social media, right? So from my standpoint, I want those videos to be able to be used on any platform. um, but it depends, right? It depends on what they're looking for and what they're trying to shoot and what they're trying to accomplish out of it,
Right.
for what kind of shoot we're going to do. Typically
Hmm.
we have like a theme, right? So we're doing testimonials this day, we're doing FAQs this day, we're doing your brand sizzle reel video this day. Usually
Right.
like when we're working, it's usually more of like we have a plan in place for multiple shoots, right? And we're not just trying
Hmm.
to cram everything into one
Right.
shoot. So
Yeah. That is my next question, actually. For example, a private client, not a marketing company, right? They reach
okay.
out to you and they want to work with you on a video production. Can you walk us through the process, how that looks from the moment they reach out to the moment you deliver the final products to them?
Yeah, so I kind of already went into it, but that's the first question I ask is what are you trying to shoot? What are we trying to use it for? Where's it going to live? What are you trying to get out of it, right? And what
Yes.
I always recommend, it always depends on budget. We try to have at least an option for everybody, Um, some people may need more videos than others, but I try to at
Hmm.
least have some sort of option depending on the budget that you're at. But
Right.
I always try to tell people that the regular content is where it's at right now. So if you're able to post a video once a week, twice a week, anything that's regular is all the algorithms and all the
Yes.
marketing platforms pick up on, right? So I try to pitch kind of we call it our subscription model, which is where we'll come out and do a quarterly shoot with you and have a theme for each production day and then
Hmm.
deliver weekly videos throughout those. Right. So
Right.
basically, a shoot every quarter equals a weekly video. Right. And those are anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute,
Yes.
minute and a half. Um, Little commercials. Usually it's an interview, and usually it's a lot of B-roll footage as well too of the clients interacting.
Right.
Um,
So
so
I
yeah.
guess
So
my, yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I kind no, I was going to ask what was the question again? I feel like I kind of went
So
off
what,
there.
yeah, um, I almost forgot what I wanted to ask next. No, I think I know. So basically, I feel like sometimes when people decide at some point that they want to do a video for their business, they kind of have a feeling that they need to come up to you with a certain idea in mind, and you are just the guy to create that video based on their idea. But I believe that this is not necessarily true. They may absolutely not know what they want or need to be created for them, and then you can help them to put this plan in place, right? Based as just you mentioned on what where they're going to post it, how long it's going to use it, what they're going to use it for. Is it seasonal? Is it all year round? Is it right?
Yeah. So I like to tell people, whether it's like the business owner that I'm talking to or the marketing person that I'm talking to, I like to tell them that they can have as much or as little involvement as they want. If they go, I want to be a full on producer, here's what I want to shoot, here's how we're going to try it, I want to do this and that. I'm like, yep, I'm here for you. I'm happy to help. Let's shoot it. Let's make
Mm-hmm.
it. Obviously give my opinions and give my professional opinion as well too about,
Of
hey, maybe we
course.
should try this versus that. But then other clients go, hey, look, my competitor's shooting videos, I don't know where to start, I'm not really sure what I want. That's when we can kind of come in and start talking about the strategy as well too behind,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, let's start with this, and then that'll build onto this, and that can go to that. And
Right.
if they just want one production day as well too, I can talk to them about, okay, what are we focusing on? What do we need? What do you want right now?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a collaborator. I'm very collaborative leader, very collaborative person. So as far as the involvement as people want, or if they're not sure about being on camera or they're not sure about what they want to shoot, I'm even just starting the conversation with me. I'm just here to help make your video content happen.
I
So
love that. Yeah, you basically hold their hands throughout the entire process and provide as much support as they need, or as little support as they need.
that's
And
right.
yeah, you mentioned that sometimes you do interviews, and I know that these are pretty popular, right, with businesses shooting a video. Now, I know that people sometimes never done an interview before, or feel like every time they're doing an interview, no matter at what level, they get super nervous and they feel like they should come to you having the entire interview written out and knowing what they're going to do, and they're mostly scared of that because they're not sure how it should work. And I know that with you, process is entirely different, and I've heard that from your clients as well, that mention that their interviews usually go really well and easy for them because you make it easy for them. So can you
That's
tell
right.
us a little bit more about that?
That's right. And my goal as a videographer, as a video production company, like I want to make it as easy as possible for people to work with us and want to work with us, right? So and it's on me, it's on the producer to have a good interview, right? It's not on the person being filmed, right? It's not on the client. It's on me to get that good interview out of you, right?
Hmm.
Um, the number one reason people don't shoot video is the fear of being on camera. So we've kind of
Right.
leaned into that as well too, of being like your coach along the way, right? Being your interview coach and going, hey, don't worry about one of the first couple things I always say is just hey, you're just having a conversation with me. Don't the cameras and lights, they're doing their thing over here. You and me are doing our thing. I just want you to tell me about it as if you were telling a potential client about it, right? You know more than about your business than I ever will. I just want you to tell me about it, and we're going to take the best bits of what you say and use it for your videos. Right? It's not a presentation. It doesn't have to be
Right.
perfect. Right? We're going to chop it up and use all the best bits anyway. So I just try to make people feel as comfortable as possible and just talk them through it and just let them know everything that's going on as it's happening and just make it feel easy for them, right? Because it's already like such a big thing to be on camera. So, and we
Right.
know that,
Of
right? So we lean
course.
into that.
Yeah. So you ease that nervousness and that fear and everything, and you take it off their shoulder and just produce the help them along the way. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, are there any types of projects that you guys do not do, or rather do not specialize in?
Yeah, so, really, the only thing we don't do is, like, personal events or, like, personal video projects, so, like, we're not wedding videographers, we're not coming out and doing
Hmm.
a wedding, I always say we're not doing grandma's 90th birthday party, right? Like, that's personal events are typically not what we shoot. I do refer that to other videographers that I know.
You do. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Video production and photography as well too. It's a very collaborative industry and it's a very contractor industry
Sure.
as well too. So we all know each other and we all refer to each other. So if it's something that we don't really do, I can either bring somebody on and go, "Hey, here's my person that I'd like to help you for this job," or just strictly just refer it to somebody as well too. So, yeah, personal
Perfect.
events is pretty much the only thing that we don't do. Everything else around business,
Hmm.
B2B, we pretty much cover.
Okay, that helps to understand it better. Now, tell me what do you feel makes you different from other videographers, or more importantly, what makes your company so successful? Because of course, you're doing something right. Is if you're growing constantly and you're bringing on new team members and you're successful in your business.
Yeah, I think the thing that I always lean back on this is like I always compare just a standard like freelance videographer versus a video production company. And I think what makes us different is that we really are a team of videographers. We're a video production team versus just a freelancer, which sometimes can kind of have like a it's like kind of a low bar where I always say it's just like some guy's brother's cousin who bought a camera, right? Not everybody that says they're a freelance videographer is really
Mhm.
a videographer. They just kind of have a camera and they're like, oh, I could shoot video. So we try to lean more into being that full service, like video team. Like we're your entire video production company. We're your entire video uh, team. As if you were bringing on like a 5-person staff, right?
Mhm.
Because we have me and Trey, we're full time. I have 2 other part time shooters and video producers. And then an editor as well too, right? And then a group of contractors as well too, on depending on the size of, if we're doing a full on commercial and we need more crew, I
Mhm.
can bring on these people as well too and bring them on job to job, right? So as far as like I always just say it's like we're not a freelancer, we're a full on video production team, and I really think that makes us different. And then with our strategy and with our communication and our the planning out your whole video strategy versus just going, hey Jordan, I just need this one thing done, can you come out on Wednesday? Or like, well, let's talk about a whole plan that we could come up with for video,
Right.
not just give you a quote and say yes and
Right. Yeah.
never
And
hear
you
from you.
basically, yeah, and you basically just touched on my next question because I'm always thinking that when people think about videos for their business, The first thing that comes to mind usually is, oh, it's going to be so expensive. I cannot even, I will not ever reach out because I feel like it's going to be so expensive. I cannot
Mhm.
afford it. But you just mentioned that there is no one size plan fits all, right? They're
Right.
all different options. And you also offer different plans and different options for any size of business, from a big corporate to a one person team, right?
Right. Yeah, the only thing that we're not doing is, like I say, we're not the couple $100 guy, we're not quite that cheap,
Yes,
right?
of course.
But as far as the options goes, we definitely have something for
Of
everybody.
course,
So,
of course.
as far as a full-on, monthly model that, like I said, we're doing the
Right.
quarterly shoot with, down to a basic one-off, or we have even, like, interview, just like a one-time interview special. We also just do editing work as well too. That's something that a lot of people don't realize
Hmm.
that we do, is we can just bring on editing work. So if a client is just getting started and they're just trying to, get some videos out there, and they shoot
Right.
them on their phone or they shoot them on their screen, we can take a longer format type of
Hmm.
video that somebody recorded themselves and edit it
Yes.
and make it some content.
Right.
That
Right.
what I would say is kind of one of our cheaper things where we're just doing the editing. Um, so as far
If
as that
if
goes,
someone already
we
has
do.
their content and they just need it edited professionally.
Yeah,
Right.
right,
Yes.
exactly,
Yes.
right, yeah,
Yes.
so we've got an option for everybody, and so,
Yes.
I don't want the price, because the sticker shock can be quite a thing when we're talking about a full-on big video project, right? But that's not the only thing that any videographer can do, right? And especially our company, we have a wide range of options for wherever we try to meet the client where they're at, right?
Right.
So,
But with that said, it is important to mention that this is an investment in business that
yes,
keeps bringing that return on investment back many, many times, right? Over time, because usually, unless this is, if this is something very seasonal and specifically for a certain project, a certain event, or something like that, that would be something that you can use and reuse. For a
yeah.
long time, right? So that is going to be there and will keep bring back return on investment. So it is an
Oh,
investment, but
definitely.
it's just something.
It's an investment too, because, I'm in the business of, well, there's 2 things. I'm in the business of, like, making video content and making regular video content,
Hmm.
right? That is important, to make fresh, new, organic, regular content,
Right.
but also you gotta think that these videos, you could use them for a long time, right? At
Exactly.
multiple years, where this
Hmm.
video is gonna be, you can use it, right? So, if you think about it from the investment as far as how long the video will be able to be used, that's the other part that I think people need to realize as well too when it comes to that investment, right?
Right.
Yes, it's important to create regular video, but also you're going to be able to reuse these videos that you make for a long time as well too, right?
Exactly. So
I'm
the
a big
return on
advocate for both.
yes,
You need
so
to
the
do both,
return on
right? So,
investment will keep rolling in
yeah.
as you keep using the materials, of course. Now, what are some exciting projects that you have coming out soon, both commercial and film?
Yeah, for sure. I kind of touched on the commercial ones. I'm
Yes,
really
yes.
excited for Primrose. They have a
Mm-hmm.
really cool project coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Primrose and Ballerini Floors are 2 of the new clients that we were working with this year on regular quarterly shoots and creating video for them. Um, so those are the 2 big ones right now that I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
for on commercial. But on the film side, the movie poster you see behind me is called Mad Stork. It is a short film
Yes,
that we shot in January of this year. Should be coming out early next year as well too. It's we this last couple years we've had a couple films that have been kind of in the Austin film scene, like in the festival circuit.
nice. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think this one over here as well too.
These
Draft Me
posters
Crazy.
looks so cool.
Yeah, I love this. I love it. It's a great conversation starter too when I'm on a call or anything.
Absolutely. Right?
But yeah, Giraffe Me Crazy came out. That one's on YouTube right now, and then Mad Stork is coming out next year. These 2
Okay.
films have been kind of touring the Austin film
Uh-huh.
scene, and the festival circuit, the last 2 years. Um,
Very cool.
and then in over the summer, early summer, over the summer, we shot our first feature film as well too. And it's not comedies like these 2. It is gonna be
Hmm.
more of like a post-apocalyptic action film. So very different, but it's our first real crack at a feature film, and I'm very excited. We had the full crew on it, and yeah, it's we're currently still editing it right now. It's still we've got quite a bit that we're doing
What
on that.
plans do you have for this feature film, if you can tell us?
Yeah, trying to figure that out. Trying to figure that out right now. We definitely want to figure out how we the biggest thing we want to do is kind of do like at least a couple screenings of it in the Austin, maybe Houston
Hmm.
area, and kind of do like almost like a traveling show with it. Maybe do a couple screenings, see if we can get some people to come check it out.
I love that
Do
idea.
kind of like, sell some tickets, come see a movie, but then also like kind of like
Hmm.
a marketing event for our company as well too. So that's the plan, and hopefully some sort of distribution. That's at least the plan. It should be
I
about an hour and a half, so it should be a full movie.
I love
So we'll
that. I
see.
love that. Fingers crossed.
Yep.
And yes, now I will get the link for the short film from you that is currently on YouTube, right? So I can
Yeah.
post that. And last question. So if someone actually have more questions for you or want to reach out and work with you, what is the best way to reach out?
Yeah, for sure. My email is Jordan at 10pillarproductions.com, just like how you think it would spell the number 10, 10. And then also DMs on any of our social platforms. It's at 10 Pillar Productions. If you type in 10 Pillar
Hmm.
Productions on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, any of those, you'll find us. And I'm very active on our social media pages. So DMs are good too if you're looking to chat. So yeah, or
Perfect.
any of our social platforms or my email. Like I said, that's the
Hmm.
easiest way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. So I will grab all this information and post it in comments below the video. And yeah, so thank you so much for being with us today. It was such an interesting conversation and all the information you shared. I love it. Some of this I knew, some of this was totally new to me. So loved hearing it from you. And best of luck with your feature film. Best of luck with all the commercial projects that are coming out and with
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me, Tanya. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, for me too. Thanks. Bye. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too.